Imagine waking up one morning. Your stomach is empty. Your children are hungry. You grab your hunting spear and head into the wilderness. But after hours of searching, you find nothing. No animals. No fish. No fruit. And now the sun is disappearing. So what did ancient humans do when there was simply nothing to eat? Hunting was one of the most important ways ancient humans found food. But hunting was never guaranteed. Animals could be faster. They could be smarter. They could simply disappear from an area. A hunter could spend an entire day tracking an animal and return home with absolutely nothing. But ancient humans had another option. They could search for plants, fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, and leaves. The forest was not just a place to hunt. It was a giant supermarket, if you knew where to look. But there was a problem. Not every plant was safe. Some plants could make you sick. Others could be deadly. Ancient humans had to learn through experience which plants were safe to eat and which ones had to be avoided. That knowledge could mean the difference between survival and disaster. Sometimes, the food they needed wasn't above the ground. It was hiding underneath it. Ancient humans could dig for roots and underground tubers. These foods were difficult to find, but they had one major advantage. They couldn't simply run away. When animals disappeared, roots could still be waiting underground. And then there was water. Rivers and lakes could provide another source of food. Fish, shellfish, and other small animals. When hunting on land failed, ancient humans could turn toward the water. The river became their next chance. But what happened when food completely disappeared from an area? Ancient humans had another strategy. They moved. They followed the animals. They searched for new water sources. They traveled toward places where plants were growing. In a world without supermarkets, but ancient humans didn't always survive by finding food themselves. They also shared. One hunter might return with a successful kill, while another hunter returned empty-handed. Sharing food meant the entire group had a better chance of surviving. Because tomorrow, the situation could be completely reversed. Sometimes the problem wasn't the hunters. It was the weather. A drought could dry up rivers. A long winter could kill plants. A storm could destroy a food source. Ancient humans had to adapt to these changes. And sometimes, they had no choice but to wait. But humans also learned something incredibly important. When food was available, they didn't always eat everything immediately. They could preserve and store certain foods. Dried meat, nuts, seeds, and other foods that could last longer. This meant a successful day could help them survive an unsuccessful one. But sometimes, even all of these strategies failed. No animals, no fruit, no fish, no fresh plants. During extreme food shortages, ancient humans faced one of the greatest challenges imaginable: hunger. But humans are incredibly adaptable. When one food disappeared, they searched for another. They experimented. They learned. They changed their diets. And over thousands of years, humans became capable of surviving in environments ranging from tropical forests to frozen landscapes. But the most important thing they collected wasn't food. It was knowledge. They remembered where animals traveled. They remembered where water could be found. They remembered when plants grew. And they passed this information from one generation to the next. Knowledge became a survival tool. And this brings us to one of the biggest reasons ancient humans survived. They were not alone. When one person failed to find food, another might succeed. When one person became weak, another could help. The group was their safety net. So what did ancient humans do when they couldn't find food? They didn't rely on just one solution. They hunted. They gathered. They fished. They searched for roots. They followed animals. They moved when necessary. They stored food when they could. And most importantly, they helped each other. Imagine living in a world where your next meal was never guaranteed. No supermarket. No refrigerator. No delivery app. Every meal had to be earned. And every successful day was a victory. Ancient humans survived not because they always found food, but because they learned what to do when they didn't. They adapted. They explored. They shared. and they survive together. So the next time you open your refrigerator and see nothing you want to eat, remember, at least you're not chasing a mammoth for dinner. Now here's the question. If you had to survive for 1 week in the prehistoric world, would you hunt, gather plants, fish, or would you simply give up? Tell me in the comments, how would you survive?